Live now. Hey, what's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? We got some early people in the house. First today was Kevin Ngo. Hey, what's up, Kevin? As well as Craig Lilly, as always. Kova had a question about wanting some input on their Christmas PC parts list, so hopefully we can take a look at that later on during the stream. What is up, Extreme Zone? Jason, as always, he asked if I bought rights to the turkey I used in the thumbnail, and I did not. Sue me! Let's see. Who else we got? What's up, Colin? What's up, Scooter? P.S. I watch your streams every week. Thank you for the support. Scooter, you watch the stream every week, but I feel like you haven't talked that much. Feel free to say more in chat, because a lot of the other regulars do, and it's nice seeing the same names pop up, you know, time and time again. So, hey, what's up, Christopher Coonan? Good evening to yourself as well. Jason, apparently, where is it? Had his 6600 or 6800 XT stolen, apparently, by the UPS driver, or it just got delivered somewhere else. We don't know. I'm curious if UPS drivers and USPS and FedEx and all them, when they see, because Newegg packages typically come in like a Newegg specific box. I thought I had one next to me, but I don't. But yeah, so I wonder if anytime they see something that looks like a graphics card, if they have like the urge to, you know, swipe it for themselves. But yeah, that sucks, Jason. Yeah, good luck getting that figured out. Amazon, I would say I wouldn't be worried at all. Newegg, with the, you know, all the coverage that we've been seeing with all the leadership changes, that most people haven't even been there for a year before they like get replaced or moved and stuff. Yeah, I'm curious to hear how this story unfolds, and I'm sure Jason will let us know as it does. But let's see. What's up, Andrew? What's up, KL130? Hello, Shane Eslick. Good day. Happy Thanksgiving to all Americans. A little early for that. It's gonna be Thanksgiving for East Coasters in about 4 hours, because it's 8 p.m. on the East Coast. But yeah, happy pre-Thanksgiving to anyone who celebrates American Thanksgiving. To the rest of the world, I guess for anyone who is a viewer that's not in like the States or even in Canada, I guess. When Thanksgiving rolls around, do you usually know about it? Or is it just like who cares holidays? Probably like many of the holidays that we don't know about around the world here in the US. Hey, what's up, Giovanni? So Thanksgiving is the last is it gonna be the last? Is it always the last Thursday? Yeah, it is. That's why it seems to be coming early this year, because the last day of November is on a Wednesday. So, is that how it always... You said celebrated by more than 131 countries. You mean like their own version of Thanksgiving? Or like on the last Thursday, November, is what 131 countries around the world celebrate? Because I'm actually not sure. Yes. No. You gotta type more than that, Christopher Coonan. We need more details. Because, you know, I know that like Canada has their own Thanksgiving that does not align with ours and stuff like that. So if that's what you meant, then okay. Yeah, Canada had their Turkey Day last month in Canada. Yeah, the concept of Thanksgiving celebrated. Gotcha. Yeah, and I guess with so many countries, like a lot of countries celebrating their own Thanksgiving, I don't know of the date of any other ones, so they probably feel the same about the U.S. What are you guys cooking for Turkey Day? Making barbecue, pulled pork, stuffing, mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese. That sounds good and like a typical Thanksgiving. We're doing Asian themed for my side of the family, and then for my wife's side, we are doing more like the mashed potatoes. I don't think we're doing I think my wife's mom is doing like a small turkey because she wants to do a turkey, but I'm not a huge turkey eater. I usually like other stuff. Turkey is kind of boring. "82% of Americans do not like turkey." that seems like a high percentage of people don't like turkey. I don't mind it. Obviously, if it's on a plate with gravy, I need the gravy. If you don't have gravy with it, I'm not really gonna eat it. But yeah, the turkey, I don't know. It's kind of boring, and there's usually always so much turkey because of how big like a turkey is. There's way more meat typically than people can usually eat. So there's so much leftovers of it, and you usually get sick of it by, you know, the third or fourth time you have the leftovers. But yeah, I'm more about the gravy. The turkey is the gravy transporting device to my stomach. So yeah, but we're gonna be doing like Korean barbecue short ribs. We're gonna be doing some Vietnamese food, as well as like a udon soup type thing. So yeah, that's gonna be the first Thanksgiving celebration that we're gonna have tomorrow. So yeah. Craig X says, hey, what microphone do you currently use? So I think I have a link for it down below, but the microphone it's a NZXT mic. It's the Capsule, and I don't have a link to it down below, but my peripherals and stuff I put down below in the description if you're ever curious about that. So Danny Carvajal says, did stream start 5 minutes ago? It did. We start on the dot. I don't think I've ever started a stream late. Pretty sure if it was late, it was like a minute late because of like clock syncing, but I'm usually at the computer ready to go by 5 p.m. my time. So we're just chilling right now, hanging out with the chat. I feel like once we get going, just the last few streams have just been like so much stuff to look at, so much stuff to talk about. So I'm just trying to chill right now, let people, you know, get situated, get their drinks, use the restroom. I'm gonna do 2 unboxings to start the stream off because we've been pushing this off for 2 streams already. We got the 2 AliExpress packages with the Nano Leaf Hexagon knockoffs, as well as an RGB tube light thing that I bought. So these are both from AliExpress. We'll get these unboxed, and then we will start looking at deals, looking at people's PC part picker lists, and stuff like that. Oh, I did want to though, because Kevin Ngo did post, and I forgot to pin it, but I'll put it back on here. But Kevin Ngo did post this deal, so I'll take a look at this first, because I think if you are interested, you should go grab it right away. So let me grab a shortened link for this. And this is, shout out to Kevin Ngo, this is a $60 NZXT H510. So yeah, this case, I'm not gonna say it's controversial, but some people, anytime they see a case that doesn't have like front airflow, they complain about it, because that was like a huge thing that most content creators were covering, you know, in the last few years. But this is honestly, I love the NZXT like H510, H500 series case. And yeah, and for it being popular, like I built multiple systems in these cases, and yeah, it doesn't have a front mesh panel, but the cooling has always been fine. You know, this is you're talking about a $60 case that, while it doesn't have airflow through the front, the cable management on these look awesome. If you're a PC flipper, if you post this on like whatever Craigslist, OfferUp stuff, people are gonna look at this. It's eye-catching. It's just a clean, sleek case. I've always enjoyed them, and for $60, I think it's a great deal. Given how expensive cases are right now, $60 does not buy you too much of a case right now. Like crappy cases start at $40 to $50. So adding in $10 more for something that, you know, has pretty well thought out features, I think is worth it. Dr. Coonan, I hate that case. If I see another one, I'm gonna puke. So do you hate it because it's so popular and a lot of people like the simple looks of it? Or like, I guess, what is inherently wrong with it aside from it being quote unquote overhyped potentially? So yeah, I mean, I love the cable raceway that's in it. They don't have a picture of it here, but the cable raceway is nice. And like the side panel, again, this case does not use the 4 thumb screws through the glass. It has like this one singular thumb screw that locks it into place. It's so convenient. It has the cable management bar that makes it look pretty clean when you run cables out of it, instead of like, you know, the holes in the back tray. So yeah, yeah, here's the thing though. There's always going to be popular cases that a lot of people gravitate towards. Right now, for me, I think it's going to be like the Hyte Y60. like this case, I have one of these sitting right next to me right now. I'm gonna show it to you. But yeah, the Hyte Y60, I feel like this is getting so much coverage, and I don't understand the hype behind it. But let me show you the one I have the special edition one. Give me 1 second. So I got this version. So my brother-in-law, I don't know if he's watching the stream right now, but I'm gonna be helping him build a computer, and he's kind of like a weeb. So he ordered this special edition. I don't even know who this character is. I'm gonna have to learn more about it if I decide to make a video. But yeah, so I have this Hyte Y60 case here. So yeah. But that is one of the cases where I feel like I don't really like it. Here's the good thing about me building in that case though. I'm going to get to experience like what the hype is, right? Because it pretty much hands down received positive reviews from almost every single reviewer. I just don't like it aesthetically. It looks like an aquarium. It looks like a fish tank. So yeah. It's already opened. I won't open it on this stream. Maybe I might build his system on one of the upcoming streams. We're gathering parts for it right now, and we're probably going to finish up grabbing the rest of the parts this Black Friday. So, yeah. Yeah, and then the 011 Dynamic is also super popular, which I built in one, so I like it a lot. I actually like the Air Mini of the 011 Dynamic. Like this one, I like a lot. But yeah, the 011 is a super popular case as well, that a lot of people are building in it. So, nothing wrong with, you know, people liking good cases because they're designed or priced well. Yeah, it's very similar in that the dual chamber design and stuff like that. I mean, honestly, the only thing that is really unique about it, in my opinion, is this extra glass panel that's kind of like chamfered there. But yeah, the special edition case that he bought, I think it was like $300. That's way more than I would ever like to spend on a case. So Joe Panico says, I hate that some prices have been creeping up so they can turn around and drop them on Black Friday. Ah, yes, the well, what prices have been going up. I know power supplies and cases, they've been going up, but I don't expect them to drop too much on Black Friday. I don't know if that is related at all, but oh yeah, and then the $65 Team Group, which one is that? The MP33? That's the MP34, so the refresh version. I'm gonna pin that one for you, Kevin. But yeah, which GPUs have been creeping up? I feel like AMD's. I just saw like a $580 for a 6800 XT recently, so I feel like AMD prices have been pretty stable. Nvidia's, I don't know what the hell is going on with theirs. Um, 6600 XT, are they going? I thought they went down for as low as 250. 289 isn't a bad price. But I thought they've been dropping more even than that. RX 6650 XT for 230. Now that is a really good deal. All right, so we'll take a look at the deals, but yeah, 6650 XT. That sounds like a used deal if it's gonna be as low as 230. That seems like 6600 territory, but okay. So let's get to unboxing these things. I do have these linked down below. Let me pull them up, actually. So like this first one that we're going to open up, I believe it's going to be these hexagons. But we're looking at these light panels. So how much were these things again? I think these were $50. Let me look. Actually, no. They were $56. Did the price go down on these or up? Which version did I get? Got the 10-piece. What the heck? Did these just lower in price? I'm looking at my email receipt right now. And it said I spent 60 bucks, but it might have been for 2 things. Give me 1 second. Orders. Yeah, I spent 62 bucks on these for the 10 pieces Bluetooth version. Bluetooth. 10p6. Okay, no, it's right here. Okay, so the price is right. The price didn't go up. As well as Christopher Coonan with this. Let me pull this up right now. Oh, wow. 6650XT is $230 after a $20 rebate card. So it's going to be that rebate card. But here you go. If y'all want that deal, I'm going to actually pin that one. Yeah, I'm going to pin that. If I can. Okay. Yeah. So here we go. Amazon Mech 6650XT. $230. And you get some games. You get a free gift of games. Guys. If you are somewhat on a budget and you're mindful of, you know, how much you're spending on your PC, to get the equivalent for Nvidia and you don't even get the free games, you're gonna be spending roughly 350 bucks or so. Or you can get this for $230 after rebate, or just call it $250 and don't even do the rebate. Yes, so great deal right here. Black Friday starts now according to Newegg, so we will be taking a look at these in a second. Let me get to unboxing this so we can just check out the quality of these things so we can get this over with. And yes, this does look like it could be something else that's not electronics from China, right? Gotta be careful cutting into these. These things are always wrapped up. Let me put this knife down before I stab it into my chin. Alright. I don't even know where I'm gonna put these yet once I get these all set up. I need to find a wall. Don't spill this. What are you talking about? Aren't you supposed to stab the box and then snip it off of the blade? I mean, that's what they do in the movies, right? I have no personal experience doing that, so. Alright, so we got the Bluetooth version. Alright, here we go. Hexagon Gaming Light DIY. Again, 56 bucks. This is linked down below. It's not affiliate link or anything. I don't even know what the quality of this is, so don't go blindly buying it until we take this out of the box. But yeah, so they got the Bluetooth version. That right there. But let's take these out and take a look at the quality. Any chance we'll see Alder Lake chips drop in price tomorrow? And I don't think any more than like 10-15 bucks, to be honest. Black Friday, actually it depends. I think the higher end stuff, like the i7s, Ryzen 7s, I think they're gonna see a larger discount. But like if you're looking for deals on i3s and maybe entry level i5s or Ryzen 5s, I feel like those don't get as big of a discount from these like holiday sales and stuff, just because they're already moving pretty well. Why put a sale on something that is already usually not like in that great of stock, that are going in and out of stock? So all right, yeah, just tweet the link. Let me see if I got it. I did not get it. Are you sure you? Okay, no, I got it. Kova, I see it, so we'll take a look at that in a second. All right. So this is what, wow, they individually wrap each of these hexagons. So these hexagons are this big. I don't know what the dimensions of the Nanoleaf ones are, but I'll show you relative to my keyboard after I get them all unboxed. There's a lot of styrofoam and stuff, so. Dropping stuff left and right. C. Anderson's hoping to get a used 5800X3D. Where are you looking for that? I've been trying to look for CPUs in my local market, like on OfferUp and stuff like that. I have not been finding too many things. People are, for the most part, keeping their like CPUs if they have them. I I've seen a decent amount of graphics cards, especially all the miners in my local area. You can totally tell when someone's a miner because they're offloading like 10 to 20 graphics cards at a time. But yeah, that's what I was saying. Relaxed gamer. I don't specifically remember too many good Intel deals in the past. If anything, it would be for like the Ryzen 7s that people were saying were already kind of overpriced, and then they would lower the price a little bit on that to something more reasonable, but no like crazy deals to write home about or to talk about for years to come. So someone is selling 500 RX 580 8GB on hardware swap for 70 shipped each. Obviously a miner. I think that reminds me, Brian from Tech Yes City, he released a video recently about AliExpress $70 RX 580s, right? Was it 80 or 70 bucks? But those were supposedly brand new though. Hey, what's up, pubs? Welcome to the channel membership. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. Alright, okay. Give me 1 second. There's so many pieces to this. Great, I'm just gonna make a big mess because I need to hurry up. I think an RX 580 for 70 bucks is a really good deal though. Kind of hard to beat that with anything that's more modern. I think some people might complain that it's old, but you're not gonna get anything within the last few years that's gonna be that cheap. So alright, so these hexagon panels, right? If you take a look here, they have a bunch of these basically USB ports, we'll call it that, connectors for these little thin flat USB connectors that go from, I gotta make sure I put it in correctly, but yeah, you can stick it in and then connect them together like so. So you get it like that. I'll show you what it looks like next to the keyboard. Anyone have the Nano Leaf? Does anyone have the Nano Leaf panels, the hexagon ones? I feel like are they bigger than this or are they the same size? Yeah, so here it is next to like my keyboard. But I think the nice thing about them is that I chose the one that did have kind of like not a texture, but it pops out a little bit. It's not just a flat panel, it actually protrudes from the base. So yeah, those look smaller than these. Dude, look, let me see, I have a ruler somewhere. Yo, so I just put this in and let me get that out of the way. This has been so nice because all this stuff used to be up here. Now I got a mess up here still, but all this stuff down here used to be up here in a huge mess. But I got all my like flash drives, pens, you know, magnets and RGB remotes for all this random stuff here. But let me grab my ruler and measure the actual size of these, if I can get it out. Cam JC says, what are my plans for Thanksgiving? My plans are we're hosting both my family and my wife's family. So we're doing a morning Thanksgiving with my family, and then an evening one with my wife's family. All right, we got 4 inches from corner to corner. But if you look at from parallel side to parallel side, it's about a little bit less than 3.5. Yes, how big are those Nano Leaf hexagons? Alright, so let me look. Nano Leaf hexagon size. Oh my goodness, they're really gonna give us this in millimeters? So corner to corner is 230. That's like, what, 9 inches? No way, that seems way too big. 230 milliliters, 2 inches. Yeah, that's like 9 inches. Are you kidding me? They're that big? Metric system is the best system. Everyone should be using metric, but because we don't, and I've been groomed by the American system to use inches and feet, I do agree that we are the less superior one. Yeah, what the? I don't know if I believe. Okay, I need to find another source of this information. Nanoleaf hexagon. How big are the nanoleaf hexagons? Measure 8 inches from side to side. Wow. So maybe that's why they're more expensive, because these things seem a little tiny. See if I can find on Amazon. So on Amazon, these are 150 bucks. You get 7 of them. And they're more rounded hexagons, so. I mean, in terms of coverage, I think these ones are gonna be cheaper, but let's see how they look. They're not looking to be that great of a deal now that they're coming in a little bit smaller, but we'll see. I'm gonna just link these up. And then they got these like wires that you're gonna have to figure out how to hide. Oh, this is okay, USB. Okay, I need to make sure I plug this into the correct thing, and I don't plug it in like backwards or something like that if this is sensitive to direction. Here's the receiver and okay. I don't think there's any instructions on here. Yeah, there's no booklet. Hey, Joey Bond, thanks for the support. Nanoleaf, the guy she tells you not to worry about. Yeah, this is the guy you don't have to worry about. Alright, let me see. So, the end that has the R, the receiver, okay, goes into that. So I got it right. Sweet. Okay, we're plugging this in now. Where did I plug? Hopefully that's okay. I just unplugged something. Hello? Oh, what the? Yeah, I just unplugged. What did I unplug? The camera's still on. Why is this? Oh, it's because this right here. Sorry. Oh. Alright, so right now, it's on like color, I don't know, whatever mode. Let me just connect more stuff to it real quick. It's on like sound detection mode. But there are other modes. So I just connected that. Okay, did you just break in front of... Okay. There might be a limit, because I plugged into the computer so far. There might be a limit as to how many you can connect depending on the power source, and it looks like 3 might be the limit. So unless I plug into the wall, which I need to find a power brick for. Yeah, sorry, the camera was my phone camera facing down the desk, which is why it was dark. Let me see if I can get a power brick. Give me 1 second. Hopefully this one works. Alright. Does this work? No? Is there something? Oh, does it have to be hooked up to the original side? No. Hello? Nope, nope. Oh. So we got RGB mode, which, oh my goodness. So this is very bright. You can see, wow. Okay, let's see. So we have this going on. Let me try to. I guess connect them into a hexagon shape. Yeah, seizure warning, guys. Come on, where's the different modes? How many modes are there on this thing? There we go. There's a remote here. Can I slow this down? What happened, Kale? Did I miss it? You have a dead NVMe SSD? Okay. Push and then release. I mean, I feel like this should be here. Let me take that part off. Maybe that one was just having issues. No? Curious if this is just a user error on my part. This is, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. There we go. Yeah, I wonder if some of these just aren't working. Come on. Power to the middle one? Yeah, you mean like have them coming off of the middle one, right? Yeah, it's interesting. Like, depending on how many are plugged in. Ah, okay, I see. This actually matters what direction you put it in, apparently. Alright, I think I got it now. Here we go. Alright, we're getting it. Okay, I'm just gonna make a random shape. Hopefully these don't fall apart. Yeah, so now they're all connecting. And then you would just tape these to the wall or something. I'm gonna blind myself. Alright, so we got this one going in here. What just happened? What did I just press? Why is it freaking out? I can't use the remote on it. Because, here. Let me change the plug on this to the side. Alright, we're just gonna keep building off of this to whatever shape we can get. Does it have cool patterns and stuff? So, on that, I need to grab the app for it. Can I just, like, put this one out coming this way? Oh, I can. So you can split it, too. You can split it going in 2 different directions. I'm just gonna try to connect everything to it. Just to see what that all looks like. Except this thing is falling apart. Okay. I just keep on disconnecting the different parts. Okay. So we got that going on. Let me read the instructions to see if I can get any of the other. Nope. It's just a one sheet of hooking up instructions. That's it. Oh, this is This is great. We can figure this out ourselves. All right. So we have music mode. Hello. Now it is activated by voice. Okay. So let me see all the different color modes that we have on here. It all looks way too bright even though they're turning off. Here, let me turn it sideways like this. Okay, what else we got? We have crazy blind yourself mode. I think so. What I'm showing you right now is the it's just what the built-in remote has, like features wise. This is Bluetooth, so it should hook up to my phone, but I think it's gonna take me a second to go get that app. So I mean, it does have, and the remote here that may have more modes. It doesn't like have a pull. You know how these normally have a pull tab to like activate it to start using it. It does not have that. So I'm trying to figure out how to open this thing to see if there's even a battery in here. Because right now, when I point it to the receiver, it doesn't do anything. I'm pointing it to the receiver right now. Yeah, so this isn't doing anything. Hyte Y60 is playing Wrath of the Lich King Classic. Nice. I actually just ran my Eye of Eternity 25 and 10 mans today, as well as Vault. What are you playing again, Kuya? Kevin Ngo says on the 6650 XT deal, if you use the promo code ZIP11 for 11% off, so 11% off of, what was it, 250 is gonna be 25, what, 2750 off? Okay, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this to work, so we're gonna move on for now, but I mean, I'll show you what it looks like. Here, let me plug this in. I thought this would be a lot quicker to set up, but it is not. So, yeah, so that's what it's looking like right now. There's you guys. Hello. There's you all, but yeah, I need to, yeah, the remote is not going to do anything. The remote pointing at the receiver does nothing. So I'm going to have to get this set up on my phone. So I'll do that and show it some other time. But yeah, I mean, it looks decently nice. I guess what you would really be paying for is what the different types of effects that you can get on these versus the Nanoleafs. And then the Nanoleaf, the size thing. You'd have to, I guess you could buy almost 3 of these sets, which will give you 30 hexagons for the price of 1 Nanoleaf one, so. Alright, next unboxing. And then we gotta get to the deals. This is just gonna glow in my face. So the next one that I got, I have it linked down below too. This is just for my YouTube stuff for when I need extra lights. Especially when I do, like, if I'm doing photography shots for the builds or just doing B-roll. Having... Oh wow, why is this going crazy now? Having lights definitely adds to the aesthetics of the picture. Rather than just like a plain boring picture. Like shooting like a colorful light to the backdrop or something makes it look way nicer, so. Why they wrap this so good? Come on. Try and just get these out. I already have RGB tube lights, but I could always use more. These lights are very useful for lighting up my face and stuff too. They're magnetic usually, or they can be hooked up to like a tripod so that you can get better lighting. And they just work as flashlights for when the power goes out and stuff like that. So, alright, let's try to get these out. I wonder if these have... These definitely feel lighter and cheaper than the other ones that I have. These would also work too if you are interested in going to EDM concerts or something like that. And you need, you know, very cool light up things. Going to raves. Alright, so these look like almost like batons. So let's see if I can get these to turn on. Oh, is that our batteries already? From the start? Here we go. So the light does work. If I go to different modes, I can set to different... Okay, that looks ugly as heck. Where's the RGB? Here we go. Turn up the brightness on this. Yeah, these look like some really lame lightsabers. Very short light daggers, if anything. Okay, let's see. And then... different modes here. Alright, and this one, the battery needs to be charged, it looks like. Yeah, it's showing a battery blinking light. Yeah, so this would just work, like, okay, like, if you saw me right now for the stream, and I needed to add a little bit of light to it. Like, let's say to light up this side of me, I could just put this over here. Actually, like right here. Actually, that's not even making that much of a difference. Let me turn up the brightness. Or turn it up. Here we go. That's gonna make a bigger difference. Like having no light versus shining a little bit of light that's coming from the bottom or coming from the side on this side. So it's like this versus, let me get out of the screen. Alright, that's pretty much it though. So yeah, these are the light sticks. I guess these were not as exciting as I thought they would have been. The hexagons were way cooler. But alright, let's... Yeah, we're already 43 minutes in the stream. Let's move on, because I think there's going to be quite a bit of deals to look at. Let me drink water real fast. Let's take a look at this deal that Kevin... actually, who posted it? Someone said there was a $230 deal, and I don't know who linked it first, but... Okay. So this is the deal right here. Where did you guys... What is the Zip 11 deal coupon code for? $11% off, yes, 2 days. So Reddit build a PC sales. Please do not make posts for individual items. Okay, yep, got it. Black Friday discounted. So let me add this to cart on my other browser. I don't dox myself. Add to cart. No, I do not want any protection on this. Proceed to checkout. Yeah, it looks like Zip is the Zip is this. It's not layaway, but I think it's just like a like to be able to make it in multiple payments. Let me see if I can. So I have it added to my cart. Ship to my location. Yep, got it. Continue. Oh, promotion code Zip11. Apply. It says promo code Zip11 is not eligible for the selected payment method. Do you have to pay using Zip? So I think, yeah, so this is what shop online, pay over time. This is just like choose Zip at checkout. So yeah, you have to use Zip is what it sounds like. Did people already say that? I might have missed that if they did. I guess how Zip you pay 60-ish every 2 weeks. Is there any interest on this? No, we split purchase into 4 interest-free payments. Okay, so no interest, spread over 6 weeks. Dude, can I not just buy it outright? Like, can I make all 4 interest-free payments like instantly? Yeah. Let me see. Let me go back. I'm gonna do it on my end because all my personal information is here. Edit shopping cart. So let me choose the payment method. Secure checkout. Payment. Edit. I'm going to choose buy now, pay later using Zip. Okay. And now let me put in Zip11. Apply. So it goes down to $245 after tax. Basically 11% for me anyways is saving on tax. So that would be, it still works out to $245 at the end of the day before the rebate card. Let's take a look at this rebate form. Purchase any of these products at Newegg. Okay. Yeah, no interest is nice. It's just I don't like the idea of making payments on something if I could just outright buy it. It makes sense for more expensive stuff like a car or a house. And I guess for a computer if you can't afford it all at once, but I feel like most people trying to build a PC already have like their money ready to go. So after the purchase, open your Zip account. Joey, do you know if can you pay it all at once? Or do you have to space it out like that? Pubs, you're able to get it did not apply the discount code for me unless I changed my payment method. When I had my credit card in there, it said the payment card didn't work. And you could pay early? Okay. So if that's the case, then this is a really good deal. Let's see. So in terms of mail-in rebate though, cause remember I think Jason and some other people were saying you could also just do the the rebate form without sending in any physical mail. So I'm trying to see if there's an actual way to do that. Fill out and print the registration form. Okay. Is there no alternative version for this? Resellers who sell on Marketplace through Newegg are not qualified to post the mail-in rebate. Okay, interesting. Mail in all items to address noted. Okay, so you gotta get stamps and everything. Get postmarked within 21 days of purchase. Do step 2. Go. So if you do this, you're. Let's see. Promotion number here. Promotion number. Here we go. So bring this MSI Newegg promo. You don't need to print anything all online. Okay, then if that's the case, but they'll send you a physical gift card though, right? It's not like they're gonna credit it back to your account. Okay, details. Yep, got all that done. Click here to register as officer. Paperless submit. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so yeah, mail-in rebate. I'm not gonna complain too much about because if you can do it paperless, it's whatever. It's 5 extra minutes of work, and you can get this all the way down to, for me, it would be $230 after tax. Yeah, they send you the gift card like 3 months later. That's usually how it works. The rebate gift cards and stuff always comes late. Do they say what it would be? Because a gift card where you have to use it at Newegg is not equivalent to the like a Visa gift card where you can use it anywhere. But I mean, if you shop at Newegg enough, then $20 is $20. Pub says, when I actually go to checkout, it doesn't let me, so you're right. But when you use Zip, you can start the plan, then pay it all off instantly. Okay, yeah. So I think that's the move. Let's go to let's start with Newegg's Black Friday deals. So they have their Black Friday splash screen right here. Oh, you got a Visa gift card one? Okay, then that's good. If it's like Visa or MasterCard, which is basically taken anywhere, that's definitely preferred over like a specifically Newegg one. Thanks for the water reminder, Kevin Ngo. Okay, so Black Friday deals. What does Newegg have on their front page? Up to 63% off PCs and laptops. Components. Let's look at components. Storage is meh. 64% off storage. How can you get that much cheaper than it already has been? They put RAM under storage. Okay, cool. Very cool. 32 gigabytes for $84. Okay. That's actually not too bad of a deal. We have been seeing 32 gigs non-RGB go for around $90. So this one you do get a little bit of RGB and you save a little bit more as well. 14 terabyte NAS drives for $400. Look at DDR5 prices. Okay. Let's look at memory. Let's see if DDR prices during Black Friday is gonna go down to what DDR4 used to be. Is that all the filter goes to? Okay, best deals. So 214 for DDR5 6400. 215, okay. Where's the 16 gigs? I guess my question for you all is... Okay, poll. So we got $85 for 32 gigabyte DDR4 or $85 for 16 gigabyte DDR5. Wow. Here we have, oh, this is desktop memory, never mind. Happy Thanksgiving, Hazard Me. Happy early Thanksgiving, because it's not Thanksgiving here just yet. Let me sort by lowest price. On the filter, why can I not sort by like DDR4 versus DDR5? Why do they change the Black Friday desktop memory? Maybe I just need to go deeper in. Here we go, DDR5. So someone said to look at the DDR5 deals. Yeah, so we're looking at 16 gigabytes for about $90, right? So if you were to build a PC right now, and obviously everybody has different needs, right? And budgets. Just looking at the two, if you were building a system right now, just given what the money that you typically work with, are you gonna go after the $85 for 32 gigabytes of DDR4 deal and just say, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna stick to DDR4 for this build? Or are you gonna try to hop up to DDR5, which means, you know, you gotta get the compatible motherboard for it, as well as just whatever most recent architectures that support DDR5? Would you go for DDR5 and stick with 16 gigabytes of RAM? And you can't just say, no, I would just spend double on DDR5 and get 32 gigs and spend twice as much. It's just, I don't know, just looking at it, I don't think DDR5 makes a point to like give you double the value of what DDR4 does, which is how I tend to look at things. And I know as you go higher end, you hit diminishing returns and you're gonna have to pay more for premium and stuff. But it's not like DDR4 is a bad play. Like if you're building a system right now, both are bad, man, in my opinion. What are you talking about? Well, yeah, 32 gigabytes is not the standard for gaming at all. So in this case, I should have maybe made the poll $45 for 16 gigabytes of DDR4 versus 16 gigabytes of DDR5. Either way, DDR5 for the same amount is about double the price. And that's not looking into you having to be on like the right generation of processor and motherboard for it. Okay, here's the thing about, have you monitored your RAM usage with 16 gigabytes? While 32 gigabytes isn't the standard, even in my testing where all I'm doing is gaming, I've seen games easily hit 12 to 14 gigabytes. That doesn't give you much headroom for running stuff in the background, nor does it give you that much headroom for like streaming or multitasking. So yeah, I wouldn't say the issue is that no one's gonna go from 16 gigabytes to like, I guess, 24. The logical increment is in 16 gigabytes. That's just how the kits are sold. That's just how you're gonna fill up your memory slots the best. So standard is what I use. What are you talking about? Even if I was building a system for a gamer right now, and let's say the budget was under $1,500, I'll probably say, you know what, stick to DDR4, we'll give you 32 gigs, and you're not gonna have to worry about it for the next 5 years. I'm not gonna push them to like a DDR5 system and get them 16 gigabytes of RAM. They might not need to use it all now, but 16 gigabytes is standard for the Windows Defender. You also have to think about, because Jason, I know you built some more budget rigs and stuff like that, but if you're building a budget rig, yeah, 16 gigabytes is the way to go if you're trying to push the price down. But if you're building stuff for friends and family member who have a little bit more room to stretch, like $1,000+, are you not going to consider 32 gigs because you don't think they're going to use it now or in the next few years? Also, between the two, you didn't say what you chose. Did you choose DDR5 or DDR4? Amazon has better price, 32 gigs. Yeah, let's take a look at that. I chose DDR4 because I don't have a DDR5 motherboard. Yeah, but so just rephrase the question. Are you choosing 16 gigabytes of DDR4 for $40, or are you choosing $85 for 16 gigabytes of DDR5? The question was more on not the capacity, even though that's what everyone's focusing on. The question is, do you think DDR5 is worth spending twice as much for the same capacity? Yes or no? DDR4, 32 gigabytes RAM. What speeds are we discussing? We are discussing just the standard. So not like BDI, not any crazy high frequencies, not super low cache latency, none of that. We're talking about like the standard for DDR4, that would be like 3000 or 3200 CL16. And then whatever the equivalent would be for DDR5. Which is going to be kind of, it's not like the most budgety stuff, but yeah, so yeah, you're just saying not worth it yet, Jason, okay? Let's see. Shane gotta go to his mental health day. Take it easy, Shane. Yeah, speed does make a difference in pricing. But we're talking about not the most entry level, so we're not talking about 2133 or 2400 megahertz or anything below 3000. For pricing on DDR5 though, that is still, I would say that's not as standardized as how DDR4 is. Right now for DDR4, you're talking $40 to $45. If you're talking about non-RGB, you can get 3200 CL16, which I think is plenty for most people. DDR5, since I live in a privileged country. I mean, I like have no desire to hop over to a platform that supports DDR5 right now. I feel like I wouldn't say I'm a super power user, because it's not like I'm rendering stuff like I work at LTT, or I'm not doing stuff like 3D rendering or anything like that. So and for my gaming, I'm not pushing like 300 FPS or anything like that. Enjoy that DDR5, understand that privilege. I mean, the privilege is that if you go DDR4, you can save $45 spending on something else. All right, so someone was saying there's $60. Is there Amazon? Do they have a splash screen for Black Friday deals as well? Oh my God, every single time. How? I'm not even logged in. Y'all can see it right now. I'm not logged into Amazon. Like, and this is an incognito mode. You see, this is, let me see if I can move it. You see the incognito right there? Oh, where is it? Yeah, the incognito. So, why is this? Where's the actual Amazon Black Friday, early Black Friday deals? I'm not a horn dog. What are you talking about? All right, here we go. Wow, they've already known that I'm looking for hexagons. All right, where's the PC deals? All right, computers and video games. Here we go. So we got computers and video games. Is that $65, 32 gigabytes here? Corsair PC products. Okay. I wish I could just sort on the side. I have to down select it. Memory and drives, but that's Samsung specific. Why are they doing this to me? Just look for RAM in the search bar, sort low to high. I mean, that's what I just did earlier, and you said it was 32 gigabytes, right? Year for RAM. And sort from low to high. And you're saying it was about, I'm gonna limit it at $60, because Amazon's gonna throw you all this bull crap. Like, no one wants to, what is this? ECC registered, okay. Yeah, that's not what we're looking for, like consumer RAM. Consumer non-server RAM, come on. Yep, still looking at this crap, even though I put, we're about to reach $65 and I'm not seeing it. Okay, here we go. This is 32 gigabytes, 2666. Okay, so this is what I would not consider standard speeds and frequencies. 2666 CL19 too. Typically, if you're gonna sacrifice on speeds, you're gonna want latency to decrease so you can keep the same true latency, but this is not what I would not go for this deal. And what is this? Is this a singular module? Yeah, it's 1x32. Very interesting. Okay, we'll keep going. Yeah, 30, I mean, the price is very nice, but given that it's a single stick, we'll just keep going. I'm sure we'll hit the good stuff in a... Oh my god, how much of this stuff does there need to be on Amazon? How, like, why? Why did I just go through like 3 pages of this ATEC RAM? Okay, so here we go. Here's some value memory. 3200. This is silicon power value gaming memory. This is what we're looking for. 3200 CL16. Okay, it's kind of ugly, but there's the $65. So you can get even for cheaper. So this must have been what you were talking about. What filters was there to set? I guess, like even if I set it to DDR4, this still would have popped up. I guess I could have set this. Can I 2 sticks? Yeah, you're right. I could have set more. Okay, so let's see what else we can find aside from these 2 silicon power value memory. Is there anything else? And then we get a bunch more ATEC stuff. Man, Amazon just has so much. So we'll set the filters. DDR4. We're gonna set to 2 sticks. And I guess no, we'll do 2 and can you do 2 and 4? Yep, and then we'll do 8 gig sticks. So we'll see all the different deals that they have for this. I love how once I put more of the filters on, it cut out all that RAM we just saw. I'll take this out of. So 2x8 for 50 bucks. 32 gigs, 70 bucks from T4 Team Group to T4's Vulcan Z's. And then Corsair Vengeance 32 RGB at 100 bucks. Okay. Is this still sorted? Nope, it's sorted by features now. Yeah, so plenty of good RAM deals for really cheap. I think I might actually pick some up for an upcoming build I'm doing. I love how the filters just all reset. I'm gonna kill this. As soon you saw me set the filters on the left side here. You saw me. And then it reset either because I changed what the search was, or for the sort by lowest price. Oh man, Amazon, I hate you. I hate you, but I love you at the same time, because you got good RAM deals. Okay, we'll go back to Newegg for. Can you give a link to a mod or something for a deal? Pubs. What deal? I can search it up. Yeah, you could give the link to a mod, but I'm not sure how you're gonna give them the link. Maybe this is why I should have a Discord set up, so we can post links in there just in case they're porn links. I don't accidentally open it up on stream, but I could, you know, check it out on there and not have it sent to the chat. But yeah, all right, we'll go back to Newegg to see what they have on their Black Friday specific deals. 7950X. We saw them take a price cut already, but it looks like they're a little bit cheaper with the promo code right now for $574. So motherboards. What is it? A GTX? What is this? This is under a Black Friday deal. I love how when you go, okay, it still marks as a Black Friday deal. RTX 3060 for 340 bucks. You do get Warhammer with it. But let's just ignore that, because AMD's deals has games with it too. Is there any additional savings? I don't count the Zip 11 deal because that's like site-wide. How are they calling a $340 RTX 3060 a Black Friday deal? Is it because of the game is included with it? This is almost already pretty standard pricing. The 3060s usually float between like 350 to 360, and then you get deals here and there that bring them down to this price. So this is what Newegg is coming with us for Black Friday, on Nvidia side of things anyways. We were just looking at a $230 6650 XT versus this. How would I rate this NZXT mic? I'm actually not an audiophile. I think it sounds as good as the Blue Yeti that I had prior to it. I like this in that it is like smaller and more compact than the Blue Yeti that I had. But other than that, side by side, had it not been for me like looking at this mic, sound quality wise, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference, to be honest. I think the filters that you use, and if you're using any amps or anything like that, that's going to make more of a difference than the actual mic itself. Most $100 mics sound very similar to each other. Now, what is this? Silicon Power's website? Alright, here's a question for you all. Thanks for posting this. So Kevin found this, but you can buy it with Amazon Pay, so that changes the question. So I'm going to end the poll. Most people are saying they would rather buy the DDR4. I'm going to new poll. So my question is, so we saw it on Amazon for 64 bucks, right? Or 65 bucks. And this one's basically 62. I'm going to round that up. For the $3 that you're going to be saving, would you rather buy it from the Silicon Power website, which I don't know, I guess you could do guest checkout, or would you pay the extra $3 to have it in your Amazon orders, just in case any returns need to be done, just in case whatever? Amazon has built up like this rapport or this reputation with me where I might spend the extra few dollars, especially if I'm not building like a $300 budget build where I'm trying to save every single penny. Let me see. Okay, well, so you can do Amazon Pay with this, which I guess is nice. I'm not gonna sign into this here. Let me go on to my other side browser where you can't steal my information. So, okay, you can buy with Amazon Pay, Google Pay. Let me go to checkout. Actually, we can look at the Silicon Power we'll check out in cart. And you get a free charging cable. You can do express checkout. So it looks like the checkout process, this is Shopify, right? It looks like it's Shopify. But it looks like checking out is not too bad. You could probably autofill in your information. But would you guys buy from the Silicon Power website at this price? Or would you spend the $3 extra to buy it directly from Amazon? Prime is a cruel mistress. That is true. Yeah, so shipping, it looks like Jason said shipping was free over $25. Do they promote that on their website? Shipping. Alright, due to upcoming holiday Thanksgiving, please note that there will be delays in processing and delivering your order placed on from November 24th, so that's starting tomorrow, to November 27th. So if you order today, maybe this doesn't affect it. If you're expecting faster delivery, please place your order. And free standard shipping over $25. Let me zoom in on this so y'all can see it. So, we have our answers, our questions answered. You can get it for free shipping, but is it going to get to you as fast as Amazon can get it to you? And is it going to have as good of a return process should you change your mind for any reason whatsoever? Alright, I'm going to start a poll. And the Amazon one was $65, so we can't ignore that. $62, right? So we're gonna ask that. Honestly, guys, I think my vote's gonna be for Amazon on this one. Amazon will definitely get to your door quicker if speed is a factor for you. But Amazon is also going to be quicker in the checkout process. Because you're going to have to deal with this. You're going to give them your email. They're going to send you spam emails as well. I guess you could probably try to uncheck the send me, deals and stuff. But Amazon is the devil, says Patrick McGovern. I think, for me, if Silicon Power was straight $60, if it was just 60, you can see, look at my tax. My tax is over 10%. Here in, I guess, Lynnwood / Seattle. But if Silicon Power was a straight $60, I know I'm making a deal out of $1.61. But you have to reach a certain threshold, and I think for me it's $5. The difference between it, for me to buy from Silicon Power's website as opposed to Amazon. And it looks like 77% of the votes are saying they would rather pay the $65 and just deal with Amazon. Because, yeah, again, I like having the history on Amazon. I'm not sure how often other people do this, but I am often going to on my phone to the Amazon, going to my orders, and looking up past orders. The fact that I can have it all in one place and not have to go to my email, which is a mess, and not have to, I guess, go to Silicon Power's website to look at order history, yeah, it's worth the extra $3 for me. Because, I mean, I'm sure Silicon Power, if anything was wrong with it, you can return it, but the beauty of Amazon, honestly, is you can do free returns. Free returns are available for shipping address you choose. You can return this item for any reason in new and unused condition. No shipping charges. So I don't know if Silicon Power would charge you to ship back. They probably don't have as much infrastructure set up to just give free shipping on returns. So Kevin Go says his Amazon account is active since 2004. I think I started using it. Let me look at my oldest Amazon order, actually. What are your guys' first Amazon orders? Mine is probably gonna be looking like 2009 was my first order. And it was for a book for college. Hey, what's up, Jay's Blue Eyes? Yeah, you can drop off at Kohl's if you want. You can drop off Amazon orders at any UPS location. Like, Amazon makes it so convenient for you to return if you need to. Yeah, finding receipts easily is... I mean... Here, let me see if... order place or... Okay, maybe I won't show that. I'm looking, and some of my earliest orders are from when I had an iPhone 3G. I was buying like the phone cases, the OtterBox on it, so. Yeah, so that's to me, that's the beauty of Amazon anyways, like, and paying a little bit more for it just to have the receipt of everything. All right, going back to the Newegg deals though, aside from the 6650 XT, which this one again, I'm gonna actually link this in the description in case anyone watches the stream after the fact. Give me 1 second to get the short link. 2009, are you saying that's late or early, Jason? I didn't use Amazon because I was buying most of my stuff on eBay and Newegg, to be honest. Until Amazon really ramped up and became like an e-commerce for everything, I knew of them as just a book place for the longest time. So I had this kind of stigma. Honestly, I don't know the history of when Amazon started carrying as many things as they do now. Yeah, PC components and like just general household goods. I don't know when Amazon started selling more of that. There's a way much lower price deal on that RAM on Amazon. What are you talking about, Joe? Which RAM? You talking about the Silicon Power RAM? There's a better deal than 65 bucks. I have like multiple conversations going on in the chat, so I'm trying to keep up with it, so I need more context. Okay, let me finish doing this thing though. Because yeah, this 6650 XT might be the deal of the holiday. Let me edit the thing. So this is $230. R650 XT. Okay, let me save that. $40.97 for Silicon Power. Well, we must have. Yeah, can. $40.97 for. You're saying 32 gigs? Because we're looking at 32 gigs here for Silicon Power. I'm not looking at 16 gigs here. We're looking at 32 gigs for 65 bucks. That is a better deal per gigabyte anyways. What does the 6650... Yeah, if we look at 16 gigabytes, there's deals for days at $40 to $45. We were talking about 65 gig or for 32 gigabytes because I think at 65 bucks, that is still pretty insane. You may not need 16 gigabytes right now, but it sets you up for like up until your next full platform upgrade. The 6650 the 6650, I'm assuming you mean the XT. I would say it competes closer to a 3060 slash I wouldn't say it really competes with the 3050. It pretty much blows the 3050 out of the water. Rasterization. I gotta put that footnote in there because people are gonna say, well, actually the ray tracing performance on NVIDIA's side is more developed, so you might not get that good of performance in some games. Like, bro, are you really running ray tracing games when you're working with the 3060 slash 3050 type of tier of a card? Yeah, I'm saying the 6650 XT competes more with the 3060 slash 3060 Ti. Why am I on this page with the lingerie still? Black Friday. Okay. The 4000D, I'd say this is This isn't the hugest discount, but I guess if you're using the Zip 11, you can get a pretty good deal. These go down to 90 fairly often. They hover around over 100 like any day of the week, but they do go on sale quite a bit. This is one of my favorite like mainstream cases. Like if we're not looking at super budget, you know, DIY PC Montech stuff, if you're looking for like from one of the major brands, the NZXT case I think is a great deal. If you're looking for something with more airflow and also very good like build experience, 4000D, really good solid case too, very good design as well. Not much I have to complain about this case. The size is also really good. So yeah, if you're looking for a case and you have more than like 40 or 50 bucks to spend, this is also one to look at. I don't really see them going on sale too much more than like 80 to 90 bucks. These never go on sale for like 40 or 50 bucks. I wish. So let's get a link for this one as well. So this is a $90 4000D. That in there, 230. On Woot, actually, you know, every time I hear Woot now, it's very strange to me. Yeah, Woot's very reputable. Did they get bought out by Amazon or any of the major big companies? I used to buy stuff on Woot all the time, and I feel like what Woot started as was, it was like a bunch of extra inventory that they were able to get, and at like such a big discount that they could still sell it for a discount and still profit. Woot also had, Amazon bought Woot. Okay, that sounded familiar. I knew it was something like that, but speaking of back in 2009, Woot was also one of those websites that I bought a lot from, just because they would post the most random deals at really good prices. There was Woot, and then Woot, they also had like a shirt like sister site where they sold like random you know, graphic tees and stuff. And I used to buy from Woot and Woot shirts a lot. So now hearing that they just post random deals for stuff that I actually like would buy, like PC parts and stuff, that's pretty cool, even though it doesn't pop up on my radar too often. Just Woot shirt. It was a random, yep, new t-shirt every day for like 15 bucks. It was always a really good deal or a good price. So yeah, random bag of crap. I was never able to buy one of the random bag of craps from Woot. It was just always sold out instantly, so I was never quick enough for that. Danny, does the AMD encoder suck? No, I guess in what way? So EPOS Vox Adam, he actually did side-by-side comparisons of it. For me, for my uses, the AMD encoder does not suck. I'm not streaming in like 4K crazy quality where if you put a side-by-side compared to NVENC encoder, you would see the difference. I haven't had any complaints with regards to my stream quality, and if it is, it's probably related more to bandwidth and not related to the encoder itself. But I guess there hasn't been a strong enough push for mainstream content creators to even try the encoder to give more feedback on it. But for me, for my streaming, for when I stream gameplay, for when I encode my videos, I've had zero issues. So I would say it does not suck. Anthony said, where did Anthony say this? The encoder sucks. I mean, Anthony, have you used the more modern day AMD encoder, especially since OBS released an update specifically for AMD's encoder within the last couple of months? I guess, what sources of information are you getting that? Oh yeah, oh, by the way, I forgot. Jason, OBS is not letting him use the 6600. I've showed the 6600 streaming on like my benchmark videos. That's strange that OBS is not letting you, because usually, let me look at OBS will not let me stream it. You should be able to stream with your 6600. Something seems off there. Let me see. I mean, are you on the latest version of OBS and the latest drivers for your AMD card? I can't change my settings in OBS right now because we're midstream and they don't let you do that. But yeah, there should be an I pulled up right now. There should be an H.264/AVC encoder AMD Advanced Media Framework option in the encoder. So if you do not have that, that is very strange. Hey, what's up, Chris? Where's Jason at? We gotta talk about Jason's new graphics card. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought maybe you bought a second graphics card, Jason. I didn't know you didn't get that 6800 XT yet. Anthony says, yes, when I play Dying Light, here's the thing though. If you were playing on an RTX 3050 or even a 3060, even playing Dying Light at 1080p, while streaming using the NVIDIA encoder, you would also be hitting basically 100%. So I don't think it's as much of a problem. Yeah, if you're gaming, especially with most games like leveraging the graphics card for most of the performance, running at 100% is not a bad thing. Using up the entirety of your graphics card, I would say running at 100% is better than running your graphics card at 75% because then you're clearly bottlenecking in some other part of your system. You want your graphics card to be running at max load. Yeah, running 100% means you probably built your system correctly where you're utilizing the graphics card for gaming at its max capacity. So yeah, Anthony, I wouldn't say if you're monitoring your stuff and your graphics card is hitting 100, look at all the benchmarks that I post on my channel. Most of the time, graphics card's sitting between like 97 to 100%. Well, if your stream is lagging, what's the rest of your system? We need more information. I'm saying AMD encoder doesn't suck because I have shown it streaming from the 6600, 6600 XT, 6700 XT with no issues on Cyberpunk, which I would say is probably a harder game to run than most. So something's going on there, and it might not be the graphics card to blame. Coalition Gaming Chris says, how you doing Thanksgiving tomorrow? I'm doing Thanksgiving. I've already mentioned it earlier on stream, but since you're coming late, we're doing my side of the family in the morning, / lunchtime, and then Melissa's side of the family at night. So we're doing Asian themed in the morning and more traditional American style Thanksgiving in the evening. So I don't have to leave the house, which is my favorite thing. Honestly, I just hate traveling near the holidays. And then, like, at the end of celebrations, you know, like, let's say you do Thanksgiving at a relative's place and you stay there till, like, midnight. Then you're just tired. Then you gotta drive home and then get settled in and showered and cleaned up before bed. It's just so much nicer to host, in my opinion, because I'm a lazy ass, I guess, is what it comes down to. Yeah, not leaving the house. Lucky. I'm definitely lucky. But, yeah. Shout out to the people who don't have to leave for Thanksgiving. Anthony says, thanks for the suggestion and feedback. Yeah, Anthony. With your 6600, you should be able to stream with it decently well. I've not run into any stuttering issues, so just play around with it more and definitely hit me up on Twitter or in the comments. Maybe we could help more with that. But AMD encoder, I would say, definitely does not suck. What food is in the Asian theme thing? Like barbecue, Korean barbecue, marinated short ribs, some Vietnamese stuff, udon noodles with shrimp balls, things like that. So it's basically we're eating Asian food and then we're calling it a Thanksgiving get together. But we're not cooking anything Thanksgiving themed for the earlier one. So yeah. Okay. Going back to, man, I wish they had like a page of like actual really good deals. We'll probably have to hop over to, I'm gonna go to Build a PC sales just because right now. Like both Amazon and Newegg, they're just like build a PC sales. People can upvote, which is a very nice system. So usually the best stuff makes it up to the top. But with Amazon and Newegg, there's just so much stuff filled in the front page that aren't even really good Black Friday deals. So, we're talking about TVs now. Remember, I'm still looking for a TV for Black Friday. We're looking at a TCL 55-inch for $200. That just seems so cheap. This is on Best Buy too. Y'all can follow along with the hottest deals on Build PC sales if you want. There's the link, but I'm not looking for a TV that's this size, but $200 for like an office TV or something, hard to complain. This is a class 5 TCL. So yeah, these are not bad TVs by any means. TCL is a good brand. Yeah. TCL is one of those brands where like I would say it's kind of a sleeper brand because people look at it and they probably think, oh, this is what, cheap Chinese crap, when honestly you don't have to have like a Sony / LG or Samsung TV to have like good image quality. This one obviously being $200 on sale is not like it's gonna be OLED or anything or OLED, but yeah, I would totally buy this. Okay, let me see. Is there any 75-inch TCL deals? Because I would totally pick that up. Our current TV is a TCL and I love it. So here's 65-inch from LG. Okay, OLED. That's why it's $1,300. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna run a poll. I kind of like high refresh rate and you know, I guess G-Sync and stuff like that. Until you experience it, you can probably deal with using the lower end stuff. But I want to know, is OLED a must for you? Not the Q&A. You cannot go back on what? Let me run a poll, start a poll. Okay. So for TVs, since Black Friday and TVs are usually synonymous with each other, you know, deals for crazy big TVs. Is OLED a requirement for you when buying a TV? Yes or no? For me, I'm a no at the moment. I've seen OLED TVs, like I have family members and friends and stuff that have it. I've seen it, you know, every time I walk into Costco or Best Buy, it's the first thing they're showing at the front of the store. I'm not at the point yet, or they're not at the price point yet where I'm gonna spend money on OLED. $21 Talks. I want an OLED. Of course, if OLED comes for free at no extra cost, I'll take it. But just, I don't know. I don't have any complaints not being on OLED. And I can't justify spending 3 times as much for an equivalent size OLED TV. Jay Blue Eye says, I have to look at price to performance. It's just not worth it to me. Yeah, that's to me. The performance of the TV, and I've used this like analogy or explanation so many times. Having zero TV to having a basic non-OLED TV gets you like 80% of the way there. The other 20% is the bells and whistles, like the smart TV features, maybe built-in sound, OLED, things like that. So it's just hard to spend triple the amount of money to not get triple the amount of enjoyment out of a TV, right? Coalition Gaming, is the upcharge worth it for an OLED rather? Right now, no. Down the line when it gets cheap enough to compete, like when TCL comes out with one for sure. Wait, Chris, do you not have an OLED in that main living room that I see usually in the videos and in your vlogs? Tavian Sharf. I have a 1270K with a 4090 coming on Friday. Do you think bottleneck it bad? No, just play at 4K and you're not gonna bottleneck it. It's fine. Play at 1440p or 4K with ultra settings and you should be fine. The 1270K is like considered a high-end chip from just last generation. Any bottlenecking you will have, I would say the amount of bottlenecking is not enough to justify, unless you're rich and money doesn't matter to you, it's not enough to justify upgrading to the next gen platform and replacing all your parts, like motherboard. I guess you can keep the same motherboard and just swap out the CPU, but still, like, yeah. If you're starting to get bottleneck, start changing your settings to start enjoying your parts how they should be enjoyed. Like, if you're buying a 4090 and 4K isn't your intended resolution, then I guess why would you be buying that card unless you're like a competitive gamer trying to push out 360 FPS? So the votes right now, it's pretty skewed towards about 3/4 of the votes saying no, OLED is not a must for you, which I kind of figured would be the response. I don't know why you would need to put out 360. If you're a professional gamer playing a game like Valorant that can easily push that many frame rates, and you have a very expensive monitor, and your eyes are like superpower eyes where you can see everything going on the screen at once, and basically time slows down around you when you're playing video games, yeah, definitely an RTX 4090 pushing 360 FPS would be what you would need it for. But oh, you have a TCL too, Chris? Okay. You have a class 6 one. I have a class 4. I honestly don't remember what the different classes and the different feature sets are for each, but alright, back to the build of PC sales. Ooh! This is on eBay, okay. Why is this not safe for work? Oh my goodness. I gotta log in. Alright, give me 1 second. Really? They're gonna not safe for work this? Okay, let me see. Let me go to a... Alright. Let me pull this down here. Okay, so... Alright. Yep, thanks, Chris. See ya. Yeah, good. Run to store. Tonight is the night before Thanksgiving. Do not leave your shopping till the last day when the stores are going to close early and everyone's going to be rushing to get their last minute things at the store. Be sure to get all your groceries and stuff tonight. We already did that here, so. Alright, this Arctic cooler. Okay. That nice thick radiator. 45 bucks. B stock. That's why it's so cheap. Okay. Are the drunks out pre-Thanksgiving? Is that what they do? The drunks? How do you guys feel about buying an AIO cooler though? So let's see if Arctic says what warranty information do they say here? We might have to go to the comments for that. Do they put warranty for their B stock? I don't see anything in the description, but I mean 240mm from a well-known brand, from a series of AIOs that perform really well and don't have any like major problems. Be mindful of the listing. Okay, let's see. This is Arctic official eBay, so. Extreme Zone says no liquids in my PC. Yeah, I'm of that thought process as well. But this one just brought a cooler last month. It is a big boy. If you buy this cooler, make sure you have the clearance for it. It is thicker than typical AIOs. No. Does anyone talk about the warranty? Because that would be the biggest thing. Okay, this is why you go to the comments for. Me and have a dozen people I know ordered the B stock AIOs from Arctic, and the consensus seems they are all brand new, except part of the recalled batch with the 21 underneath the pump. Arctic seems to be servicing the affected inventory and selling. Okay. All semis have QC stickers indicating it has a new gasket. Makes sense why they are retaining the 6-year warranty since they are essentially new. Okay, yeah. We'll do so. TV wise, 3/4 of people say no need for an OLED. But we're gonna do a new poll. AIO versus air cooled. And you can only vote for one. I'm not gonna give no middle of the fence answer. What do you align to more of? Because honestly, you could use both. Right now in my current system, because it is an ITX system, I could get more cooling capacity using an AIO, just because ITX cases, you cannot fit tower style coolers in it. So I'm using an AIO right now, but I would still, in this poll, I vote air cooled. I like air cooled better. It's so much simpler. You plug in the fans, you make contact with the IHS, with the, you know, the plate, and you're good to go. You don't have to have that many extra steps of screwing in fans to the radiator, screwing in the radiator to the top of the case. It's just usually like 4 points of contact with some special bracket to make sure it doesn't rip off, but it's so much easier. Yes, air cooled if there's room. We're assuming there's room. We're assuming you're building in like a typical mid-tower case or something. But yeah. Alright, Anthony, thanks for attending the stream. Thanks for asking the questions and stuff like that. I just realized now that I seem like I might have been on the attack or aggressive with my response regarding the sucky AMD encoder. That wasn't my intention. I think usually during the streams I just get riled up depending on what topics come up. So yeah, have a great rest of the night though. Scythe Mugen 5 Rev C. Okay, we'll pull that up. But I mean, most people, wow, we have a pretty good split. Unlike the other two polls we ran tonight so far. We are almost at like a 60-40 split with AIO and air cooled. Swap my AIO to a low profile air cooler in my Hyte Revolt 3. So much space in there for fun activities and better temps. What AIO did you have? Because low profile air coolers, you're gonna have a smaller like amount of basically thin surface area for cooling. Low profile coolers are like they're usually not that big. Yeah, they're usually like these flatter ones. So the fact that you're beating an AIO, I'm kind of surprised. Were you on like a 120? Yeah, Patrick, yes, same here. Spending too much on a fan, not my style. Oh my goodness, we're an hour and 42 into stream already. Let me get through some more build a PC sales deals. Look at a bunch of monitors. 230? Oh my goodness. Whoa, 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 whoa. This just seems like way too cheap. The deal has expired. 460 down to 230. This is a 1440p 34-inch ultra wide. What was the refresh rate on this thing? Is there any details? I don't care if it's out of stock. I want to see what the details are. 165 hertz? Wow, this would have been the deal to get. All right, Jason with the Walmart link. Oh, you bought an ultra wide for your wife? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. So this one, at first I was like, Samsung 34-inch ultra wide for 230. Something is off. It's 75 hertz, which is totally fine for your wife because she's not like, I don't know if she's gonna be gaming on a PC at all. But if it's just for like, you know, browsing or watching content or you know, spreadsheets and stuff, it's whatever. Or for work, yeah. But yeah, so the reason why this is so cheap is definitely because the refresh rate. If this was anything above like 144, this would easily jump like $100. She'll play Stardew Valley on it, yeah. So something like this works perfectly fine. This is actually a good price, dude. Because Melissa is using my old 1080p ultra wide right now, and she's using it for work. This is such a tempting deal to hop on so that she can get the extra pixels, because she does a lot of spreadsheet work. So you can get much more clarity, and you know, you can basically fit more cells on the screen with this. I'm gonna keep this open on the side. But yeah, this is a pretty sweet deal. Yeah, yeah, this is, I don't know, dude. The thing about my wife is that she doesn't like gifts like this, where it's like practical, or if it's like electronics and stuff. She wants the more thoughtful gifts from me specifically, because I'm her husband, right? If it's from her siblings or whatever, yeah, she'll get the practical gifts. But she doesn't want a computer monitor for Christmas. To her, that's like not as romantic and is not as thoughtful. So yeah, macaroni art definitely. So yeah, if I got her this monitor, it would just be because I want to help her with her workflow, and not because it would be a thoughtful Christmas gift from me. So yeah. But let's go back to build a PC sales. And what do we have? Micro Center deals. Okay, Micro Center deals, of course. Dude, the day the Micro Center starts shipping everything that they have and not just select items, that will be the day. Yeah, Melissa asks for flowers often, and I save that for specific days like her birthday and Valentine's Day. The random flowers thing, I'm not a romantic like that. Okay, here we go. Wait, Jason, how much did you get your 6800 XT for? This is such a unique looking card. I should grow her flowers? Dude, she tried gardening the hydrangeas in front of her house. They're like dead most of the time. She likes the thought of flowers, but she does not take care of them well. So I'm like, and then she just leaves them there to like wilt away and then start rotting and smelling up the house. No. You gotta prove to me that you can take care of flowers before I buy you more or plant you some. You got the other one on Newegg. It's also ASRock. What was the price? Yeah, exact. JG, right. Tell my wife that it was the viewers' ideas to get her the monitor for Christmas. That might fly, actually. We'll see. Shift the blame. This card is very interesting looking, to say the least. Let's look at the back plate. Okay, so $540 for a 6800 XT. That's, I think 3070s are going for about $540 right now. And this comes with the games deal. Wait, whoa. Where's the games? Where's the free games? This one does not come with the free games. What are they doing? Okay, let's look it up. ASRock 6800 XT. You got this one, right? Yes, the Phantom. That's the other one that we see often. This one's $540. This one's a little bit cheaper with the rebate. Did you get it at this price, Jason? Because you bought it a little, like last week or something, right? So was it a little bit more expensive than this? And this one does come with the games and rebate, and it's cheaper. Huh. Let's see, what's the difference between these two cards then? Is it gonna be like the Tai Chi's the higher end one, right? Typically that's gonna have higher clock speed out of the box. Let me see. Let's look at the specs. I don't think it matters because you can just overclock it anyways. This one 1925 base. This one's okay, so we're talking about a 50 megahertz difference, and then on the boost clock, 2310 versus 2360. Yeah, so we're talking about 50 on base and boost clocks. Let's see, stream processors 4608, so that is still the same. It's looking like it's just the factory clock that is different from what I'm seeing so far. Okay, wait, 3 display port. Oh, this one has a USB-C. So they're slightly different cards. I think for most people it's not gonna matter. Yeah, this one has that USB-C on that far right, most right one. Honestly, I feel like this one's still the better deal, given that you get the free games bundle with it, which is worth, like, I don't know, apparently 120 bucks. And it comes in cheaper, so. Yeah, Christopher Coonan says, I can't wait for the 7900 XTX to launch and the 6950 XT drops to 500. 6950 XT. Are they marking any of these as Black Friday deals? Let's sort by lowest price here, because on Newegg that actually works well. Oh, I'm not seeing any Black Friday tags here, but the cheapest one you can get is 780, it looks like. Let's just see how much the 6900 XTs go for. Those you can get for 670 versus 780. This one's 654. Yeah, oh, with the Zip 11 you got it for less? Okay, got it. Yeah, so for about 100 bucks more, which is what you're saying. Let's take a quick look at the hierarchy chart. GPU hierarchy toms. Okay, let's see. What is the performance difference we're gonna be looking at between the 6900 XT and 69? So, 100 bucks off of 500. We're talking about, you know, 15 to 20% ish price premium. I think in this case, I don't think I would spend the extra $100. I would just stick with the 6900 XT for the better, like if you're looking at an FPS per dollar standpoint. And the 6800 XT, let me see. Yeah, so as you go up in price, you're spending more money and not getting like a linear increase in the, you know, dollar per frame spent. So the 6800, 800 XT, if you don't need like a top end performance and start paying into diminishing returns, yeah, I think that 6800 XT deal is pretty crazy good, considering a 3070 costs the same amount right now, right here, versus you can get a 6800 XT. Again, disclaimer, we're not talking about ray tracing, we're not talking about, you know, and RTX voice. Craig Lilly says, I don't trust Newegg and those free games offers. Bought my 5800 XT CPU and motherboard on launch day, and Newegg never sent me the free game codes. Boo. Whoa. Did they just ignore you? Or did you not try to follow up on them? I feel like something like that should be pretty simple to solve. And if not, blast them on social media, tag me in it, and I'll retweet it. Yo, okay, here's the thing. I don't have the biggest Twitter following, but if you have any issues with customer support in any company, feel free to put them on blast on Twitter and tag me, and I will also respond to it and retweet it. And hopefully that gets them to take care of your problem sooner. Jason is saying, I always get my free games, lol. It's in your account's orders, bro. Yeah, typically it's automated, and you just have to go look for it. I don't recall if do they send an email at all too, like as a reminder where you can just do it from the email, or do you have to go into your account? Yeah, so I mean, it's the same thing that we've been seeing week after week. Lots of value in the AMD department. And if you need NVIDIA specifically, which the other night someone tweeted at me, or I was responding to someone on Twitter, and they said they wanted a system for like 1,000 something bucks. I said, hey, you can go AMD if, you know, if your use case is mostly gaming and stuff. And then they mentioned that they needed to do animation work. And I was like, okay, so whenever you ask for like recommendations for graphics cards and stuff, definitely always try to put as much context as possible. Because if you don't, I'm just going to assume you're just gaming on the PC. And even if you're streaming and stuff, my answer wouldn't change too much with regards to AMD versus NVIDIA. But as soon as you start doing things like, oh, I am doing, you know, rendering in Blender and stuff like that, yeah, I will openly admit that NVIDIA's performance is better in Blender than compared to AMD. So yeah, definitely put your full intent of what the system is going to be used for, and then I won't sound like an AMD fanboy. Okay, so graphics card deals are pretty much on AMD's side as good as they've always been, and NVIDIA's side not so much. What else do we have on Build a PC sales front page though? I do want to also go to Slick Deals because we can also find, oh, what? If anyone's looking for a mic, HyperX SoloCast from B&H. This cute little mic actually sounds really good. Is it gonna sound as good as a $150 to $200 mic? No. Is it gonna sound pretty close and probably sound as good as like what the mic that I'm using right now and be way, you know, way better than what you need for playing Call of Duty with your friends or, you know, doing a work meeting? Yeah, something like this will be plenty. This is out of stock though. It was such a good deal. It actually went out of stock. MMO gaming mouse. This is the MSI mech that we just saw. Laptops. You're getting a 3070 and a Ryzen 7 with a 165Hz display for only 1,100 bucks. This is at Walmart. Huh, Lenovo Legion 5. And you can pay in installments with Affirm. Yeah, what is it? This is so weird. That mic is still... Is it on HP's website for that same price? This one? I bet you if it was, someone would have posted... let me see in the comments. Newer has mics like it. Okay. Yeah, I can... yeah, so you're... wow. I love how HP's website URL is like the most inefficient thing. Thanks for saying that over, Jason. 30 bucks, here we go. So you could get it here. It's a free shipping to pre-Black Friday sale. Let's add it to cart and see. If anyone's actually interested. Let me get the bit.ly link here. Oh, it's on Newegg as well? Okay. Yeah, your order qualifies for free shipping, they say. Nice. So it looks like multiple places are running it at 30 bucks, which, yeah, I don't know. Like, if you go on Amazon, there's gonna be so many other brands, like Newer and a bunch of other generics that come in at the same price as this. But if I could get something that is normally more expensive from a known brand that is on sale for the same price as the generics, I would definitely go for something like this. Citrus, how late am I? Well, the stream's been going for 2 hours already. But, you know, I just appreciate that you still got on here and you still left a comment. Even after being this late. Okay, let's see. This laptop deal... Is anyone out there actually specifically like stays on a laptop because of whatever situation you're in, whether you be a student or you move around a lot or something like that? What is the... I'm gonna run a poll. All right, we're gonna end the poll for the air cooled. Wow, that really balanced out. We had a pretty even split. 51% voted for air cooled, 48 for AIOs. So there are definitely people who like either the performance that AIOs give, or the aesthetics, or I guess what other benefits would there be? I guess the space savingness of it over like a fat tower cooler. How should I word this question with a desktop and laptop? I don't want to ask it and then people are kind of confused about it. Okay, here. Are you in a situation... where you use a desktop or a laptop? No. Yeah, a lot of people use both, but I'm saying if you could... Here we go. If you could only use one, which would you use? If you could only use one. Yeah, if you had to choose between desktop and laptop. And just vote based on the situation you're in. Like if you're a student. The question isn't which do you prefer, because I feel like most people would say desktop because... you know, you get the flexibility of changing parts out and you get better price to performance. It's which one, basically. Yeah, that's why the question was hard to ask. If you could only use one, which would you use? Based on your situation. Yeah, I use both too. At night, I game in bed sometimes on the laptop. But if I had to choose one, I would, of course, hands down, choose the desktop. There is... you know, almost 20% of the people voting for laptops. So, you know, there's specific situations where even given the choice, people would choose laptop. Patrick McGovern has a laptop and it only comes out of the bag only once a year for updates. At that point, what do you even use it for anymore? Portable gaming monitors. Portable gaming monitors. Okay. This is my first time seeing something like this. So I use one of these. It is not a gaming monitor though. It is 60 hertz and it looks kind of like crap. But it's nice for the portability. This one's 144 hertz. And IPS. Okay. That's pretty cool. I'm very curious what this thing looks like in person though. Yeah, because mine is... definitely does not look like an IPS high refresh rate at all. Other deals. 1 terabyte Time Tech SSD for $45 on Amazon. Is this gotta be a 2.5 inch, right? Yep. You can just tell by the price of SSDs that when it starts getting too cheap for 1 terabyte, you know it's not going to be an NVMe drive. Like this is about $10 cheaper than the cheapest 1 terabyte like M.2 NVMe drive. So then that's when you know it's going to be a 2.5 inch like laptop size drive. But I mean, this is pretty dirt cheap. 550 megabytes, pretty standard SLC cache, okay. It's... how much do they have? They do have a 2 terabyte, but this one's NVMe. Yeah, a drive like this, I would say I would still buy 2.5 inch drives in this day and age, because it's a lot easier to add and remove them. Maybe that's a specific use case for me because I am swapping parts around when I'm doing different builds and stuff like that, or benchmarking. But the ability to just put this in any system, no matter the age, and not have to like have open NVMe slots, it's so much more convenient. Also, you don't, because the NVMe drives, you have to like screw it down and everything. This, you can just plug it in and throw it in the back in the basement or something like that, and you're fine. Like NVMe drives, they get blocked by the graphics card and stuff like that. So from like a workbench perspective, NVMe drives are so much more inconvenient than SATA drives are. So yeah, so you still buy 2.5-inch drives for laptops. Yeah, and that too. Like laptops, if they do have room for both, once you populate the NVMe drive, the M.2 slots, then having something like this also helps to get more storage. So Jason says, don't buy Time Tech. My last employer used to buy them in bulk. Huge failure rate. Interesting. Let's see if we can find that. Yo, Jason, you might have to hop into that Reddit thread if that's not already something that has been mentioned. All right, so Jason actually worked for a company that used a lot of these drives, and first-hand experience is saying to avoid them. Now, let's see if anyone has said that in the comments, and if not, you should definitely pop in there, Jason. Get your Reddit karma and save people from a bad purchase if possible. What's the catch? It's a cheap, bad SSD, but it's an SSD. Always read the comments, folks. Always read the comments. Okay, let's see. How is it bad? Sorry, I'm not very knowledgeable on storage stuff, but I'd like to help. Doesn't have DRAM, which for a SATA drive actually makes a bigger difference than for an NVMe drive. So yeah, doesn't have DRAM, which is kind of expected at a drive that cheap. If you're just storing games, wherever, this is fine. Okay, so no one's mentioning failure rate. They're just talking about DRAM, which is like the biggest talking point, mostly when it comes to SSDs. I'm looking for 1 terabyte to store my stuff on. Spending more isn't going to improve your games. Yeah, see, so this is the OP talking. Jason, you might have to pop in there with your knowledge. Okay, scratch drive. Failure rates. The cheap SSDs are less reliable. Here we go. SATA SSDs are limited by the bandwidth of the SATA connector. So, but this isn't about failure rate. They're talking about probably sustained read and write speeds not being as reliable. Thing is, if you go across your neighbor's house, the horse versus Ferrari will do the same exact job. Okay, good enough for PS4. Yeah, scratch drive. Get 2 of these in RAID 0. Great deal for a game drive. Must resist. You can't see it because my face is blocking it. I think, man, I don't, okay. I just had the urge to really want a cupcake right now, but we don't have any cupcakes here. I don't know why. And me talking about cupcakes, do you guys want a cupcake too? I just want something like sweet and fluffy. I'm really hungry right now. Yeah, so nothing about, no mention of the failures of these in here. So if you were to buy cheap SSDs, as always, do your research. If you're not buying from a more reputable, more well-known brand, yeah, definitely look into things like that. Because for $10 extra, it might be worth it for the peace of mind to not lose whatever the heck you're going to be throwing on the SSD. So monkeypox is returning with urges of sugar consumption. Was that one of the actual symptoms? Okay, let's keep going down on the deals. We did actually, no. All right, I promised someone that we would be taking a look. I don't even know if they're still in the stream. I promised we would be looking at, oh, people have submitted stuff. Yeah, we definitely have to pop over to the Twitter side of things. And then I gotta go have dinner because I think Melissa's taking a nap now, so I might have some time. Unless she's watching the stream right now and she's gonna yell down the stairs to tell me to hurry up. Let's take a look at this person's. This is Kova. Kova, I don't know if you're still watching the stream, but let's take a quick look at this in case you are and you can't get to the chat. They have a Christmas parts list that they're putting together and they're gonna try to build this. And they asked for us to take a look at this and give some input. $52. for an i3 10. Okay, what's the total build budget? $500. Okay, we saw last week or the week before that we were able to fit a 12100F in like a $550-ish build. That's buying used on eBay and then kind of skimping out on some stuff. But what are we looking at here? We're looking at our RX 5700, which is really solid card. 150, okay, that's fine. $52 for an i3 10100F. ID cooling, $20 cooler. I just bought one of these for the build that I'm going to be doing. I got a white one actually, it's sitting next to me. So yep, always solid here. B560 for $80. After, is this a rebate or is this a savings? $20. Oh, it's a promo code. Why is it so expensive? There's gotta be cheaper LGA 1200 motherboards out there. This is almost the I guess almost the same price. $10 away from like a B660 board. Silicon Power, $40 for 16 gigabytes. Yep, that was the deal that we were just talking about earlier on stream. 512 gigabyte Silicon Power SSD for $32. Yep, very budget drive there. Thermaltake Versa H18. Kova, are you still watching the stream? You're about to spend $53 on this Thermaltake Versa H18. And I built in this case. I would wholeheartedly recommend the H510. Wait, was that an Amazon deal? That was an Amazon deal. Yeah. I mean, if you're talking about a $60 H510 versus a $54 this thing, I think for me, the move is to get the H510. Yeah, this thing. Honestly, the Versa H18, I don't like the name. I don't know. That's not a memorable name for me. 2 weeks from now, I'm not going to remember this name. Whereas NZXT's naming structure is very consistent. It's very familiar. This just wasn't that, like, you could feel the difference in terms of the features and the premiumness of the two cases. Like, this one, it works if you're on a super tight budget, but when you put it next to this thing for less than a $7 difference, I'm going with this every single time. If you don't like the way the H510 looks, it's one thing, then sure, you can get this, but I promise you, there's a reason this is consistently at 50 to 60 bucks. And this one is on sale right now for that price. Because this price, it's reflective of the normal pricing. Yeah, I mean, this one also doesn't look that good. Also, people, it looks like... let me see. Y'all want to see what I bought? I got this this Amazon box. Hopefully everything's in here. Look at Amazon, like, this is a very light box because Amazon likes to use the biggest boxes to fit stuff in and put a lot of bubble wrap. I think it's kind of wasteful, but we're gonna do a surprise unboxing since a lot of people in the chat are very excited about the ID cooling. Like, look at this. This is an Amazon box, freshly opened. What did they put in here aside from all this bubble wrap? Without the bubble wrap, this is actually what was inside the box. Yo, Amazon. Can we talk about efficiency here? Like, not only from, like, the material that they had to use to fill this, but also from, like, a shipping standpoint. This takes more room on the truck. But I did get the T-Force RAM that we were looking at the other day when putting the build together. I got the MP33, the 500 gigabyte NVMe drive. This is gonna be a white themed build, by the way. And then yeah, I got the 214 XT. So that will hopefully be a build that I could live stream when the rest of the parts come in. So I'm excited about that. Oh, let me show you the case too. Let me go grab that real quick. Oh yeah, Black Friday stream. I think I might do 9 a.m. PST just to make it a little bit earlier. I don't want to do 10 because then it'll be pushing into noon time frame and yeah, so I might do 9. Let me talk about that after I get the case. Alright, let me make sure my... Okay. So I ended up getting the Gamdia's Talos E3, which... Is there a picture of it? Oh, here it is. This was, it was 50 or 60 bucks. Comes pre-populated with 3 RGB fans, tempered glass, all that stuff. Kind of like a smaller mid-tower. So I'm excited to build in this. I've never built in the Talos E3. I've seen it, like... all the time when I went to Fry's when that was still a thing in my area, and I always thought it was a pretty nice looking case, but have never built in it, so that'll be fun. Yeah, so it's a white case. We got the white cooler in it. We got the white RAM. The only thing that's not going to be white is probably going to be the graphics card, just because white graphics cards, especially budget ones, are really hard to find. But it should be fine. The motherboard's gonna be black, so there's gonna be like a mix of black and white parts. That's the only thing if you want to go for like a pure white build. The graphics card, it just... not many options if you're trying to also save money. Which for this build, is gonna be a budget build. It's like 500 to 600 bucks. So yeah. No, wait. You keep forgetting this is a stream and not a video. Well, now that I read your comment out loud, that should freak you out even more. Yeah, white. I mean, if we were to take a look right now, if I wanted, because we're definitely going to go for AMD for the budget play. If you wanted a white graphics card, let's just see if we can find anything within the... This lady! She's staring into my soul every single time. Let's see. RX 6600 white. If you want a 6650 XE, you're spending over $100 for this premium just for the white color. At that point, you just spray paint the dang thing. If you're budget building, if you have unlimited budget, definitely you can pay for it. That's what we did for my friend James. Yeah, see, if you type in a white RX, let's see, do they have a 6600 XT white? There's no options for white graphics card. So to put in a build is pretty hard to do. Yeah. Let's is there a white 3060 for a reasonable price? No, you're paying $460 for the Zotac one. The Vision card's not even really a white card from Gigabyte. And that still has a kind of a big premium on it. Look at that. Yeah, so that's why we're not going with the white card. You painted your EVGA 37 Ti. Okay, so here's the thing about spray painting. I've spray painted my fair share of computer parts before. It looks really good from like, I don't know, 4+ feet away. But most spray paint jobs, once you get close enough, you can see the imperfections. Now, unless you're going out and buying the different grits of sandpaper and doing like wet sanding and doing multiple layers and stuff like that, and spending like basically many hours on making it look perfect, it is gonna probably come out with some imperfections. And that's why I typically don't like to spray paint parts, because even if the color scheme isn't matching, I hate looking at stuff that's kind of imperfect. And maybe that's just because I suck at spray painting. If you are good at spray painting, then by all means. But yeah, my spray painting skills and my patience, especially if it's like raining or it's in winter season and you can't just easily do it outside and have it dry quickly. To me, it's just like so much of a hassle. I'm just going to put the black part in there. It's going to look good enough. See, Christopher Coonan says, I use a handheld spray gun which is definitely not a typical thing that everybody has, and use multiple coats and wet sand in between. Yeah. So at that point, you're doing it for the hobby and for the fun of it. And you're sinking in like a decent amount of time for the prep work and everything, right? For me personally, I don't find it worth my time, so I just don't like doing it. But if you have a lot of fun spray painting, then definitely by all means. Yeah, and then there's overspray too, and you start getting like the streaks running down if you spray too much. So yeah, I suck at painting. I don't enjoy it at all. I don't enjoy spray painting, and then I don't enjoy painting with like a roller on the wall too. That's like a huge pain. I did that not recently. It's been like a year now. But ever since I've been down here in the basement, I painted the walls. Everything down here is painted for this main section of my office, and it was a pain. Jay Blue Eyes, you honestly can't tell my MSI Ventus 3070 is spray painted, multiple light coats, and take your time. Can you post a picture of that? Do you have any pictures of it ready to go? Can you post it on Twitter? I really want to see, like, I guess, examples of good spray paint jobs to convince me that I should try it more. Yo, Chris, yeah, have you seen the dent on the side of my Yaris? You did body shop work stuff. To be honest, I've had so many offers for people to fix my dent and was like to fix the spray paint my car and stuff, and I'm just like, the Yaris is meant to be beat up. It is meant so that no one wants to steal it, and that if someone opens up their door into mine, I don't get mad. So yeah, I would definitely never want to put money into fixing up my Yaris aesthetically. Mechanically, definitely, but not aesthetically. Well, yeah, you pull the dents, but then you have to smoothen it out. Once you pull a dent out, you get all those different local, like volcano effect and stuff like that. You still have to put in a lot of work to straighten it out. You can buff. I don't know about that. Okay. Oh, we gotta go back to the Twitter side of things. I have way too many links open. I'm losing myself. Where did that PC part picker link go? Oh, it's way over here. Yeah, so I don't think the person who originally submitted this is here anymore. But just looking at this build, the power supply, I think, is actually fine. Given that a 600 watt is also gonna cost basically the same as this. This just looks like a decent deal for 750 watts. Yeah, under 60 bucks. Can't complain about that. And then some Arctic fans, which are always super cheap, so... JG Wright says, let the daily be the daily. What does that mean? When I hear daily, I think of like daily quests and WoW, but what daily are you talking about? Alright, Joey posted a picture of the card. We will take a look at that. But going back to the... Oh, daily driver. Yeah. Daily driver would be the daily driver, exactly. The only thing is, I don't have... You know how people have like a daily driver and then a weekend driver, or whatever the heck you want to call those nice cars? I don't have one of those nice cars. My daily driver is my weekend car, and I'm proud of it. But regarding this build, I would say, how would I change this? For me personally, or if I'm building this for someone that I truly care about, we're going to be switching out this case to an H510. That is all personal preference. But that's just what I would do. And then everything else, I would look for a cheaper motherboard too. I'm sure you could shave 15 to 20 bucks off if you consider some open box deals or just other sales. For B560, you can get a B400 board to get the price down, because this is 10th gen. We're talking about 10th, 11th gen here. So yeah, that's the only things I would change differently. So And we got Nick B is a channel member now. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Yeah, Extreme Zone. Can only afford one car. Got a budget for hobbies. That is my... Well, also, you gotta consider how much room do you have on your driveway / street to park. Do you want to be that person? If you live in an apartment complex, like, definitely having multiple cars, especially ones having more cars than the number of heads in your household that can drive. That is something that I typically would not do. Why the 5? Yeah, so for a build like this, you could add in 0 case fans, but if they want more fans so that they could have more airflow, run at cooler temps or at quieter, they can. I don't know if you can even fit 5 in this case. 1, 2, this already has 1 in it. You could probably fit 4. So yeah, if you want to save money, that's a good point, Chris. You could also get rid of this. This is not necessary at all. I mean, you're talking about the video cards usually run pretty cool by themselves anyways at stock. They're typically running like mid 60 to low 70s if you're not overclocking, and then this i3 is not gonna run hot either, so you could skip on the fans to save even more money. All right, let's see what we got. We got Dwarven Panda, I'm guessing. My main rig used for gaming and gonna attempt streaming. 5900X, 64 gigabytes of RAM, B550, 3080 Ti, 4000D. All right, very solid specs all around. Dwarven Panda. It looks like, is that an ID cooling? That's ID cooling logo, right? I confused that. That's not a deep cool logo. But yeah, that does look like a 240 ID cooling. Nick B says, what fans would you recommend for a budget build? For budget builds, I think Arctic has some of the cheapest fan deals out there. Arctic fans usually work out to like $6 or $7 a fan. And they're pretty solid. They're hard to beat unless you're going for like the even cheaper unknown brands on Amazon. Like if you want a well-known, long, like reputable brand and cheap fans, the Arctic, they're different. Either the airflow or their pressure case fans are the ones to go for. Okay, but yeah, so this is actually a very nice rig. Let's see. Okay. Wait, is Dwarven Panda in the stream still? Okay, Dwarven Panda is the stream. So yeah, I mean you have very solid specs for the build. I'm just gonna ask the question. Did you lose your bracket covers down here? Because I don't see them in a spot. And I'm noticing, this is just me nitpicking, by the way. I'm just doing this all in fun. But I'm also noticing your graphics card's only being held up or held into place by one screw. Let me copy image address. What's going on with that there? You have a very high-end build. I'm just curious. Yeah, so we're missing one screw right there, which technically it's still held in place fine with 2. But just in the off chance, the top one... Here's the thing though. I want you to go put a screw in here. It was mid-build, wasn't... Okay, if it wasn't finished yet, then that's totally fine. But a note to anybody else watching. When you have the graphics card, this single hole is the only one that is truly gonna secure your graphics card in here. This top one is always... I think it's always notched. I have not seen one where it has a solid fill up here. So, in this one right here, if you don't have enough friction, this thing can kind of slip down. So yeah, you definitely want to get the screw in here. And this was mid-build, so it's fine. But, I mean, overall, the build is actually looking very nice. Some people might complain about this cable management going on here because you have the pigtails just sitting there, zip-tied. But I think it looks a lot better when there's no light on it. You can't see it as much, like, as... Oh, your front seems to be off here, too, for some reason. Which is fine, too. The 4000D is very easy to put the mesh filter or cover on and off, so, yeah. Yeah, Patrick McGovern. Hey, it was mid-build. That unclipped zip tie is probably clipped in this picture, which we can't see too much of the details of. But very nice looking build, very solid specs. I wish you the best of luck for your attempt at streaming and gaming with your system. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, taking off the front does have slightly better airflow. Probably. Alright, Golden has sent in their chill room. This is the room they chill in. Rig is a 63 AMD 3600 Ryzen 5, 6600 Super 6GB, 16GB of RAM, B450 motherboard, 2TB hard drive, 250 SSD. So it's very much more of like a budget system. Recently got Nano Leafs on Facebook for $60. Steel and Govee bars. Alright, so this is the chill room. Pretty good. Man, is that your carpet or is that a rug that you put on top of your floor? I would want to nap on this rug. This looks super plush and shaggy. It looks very comfy. This I can already see the IKEA desk, it looks like, with this desk leg. It looks like an IKEA desk, but we'll see. Alright, so here's your system. Got the... Yeah, this looks... What is it, the H510 or H500? Was this an NZXT pre-built by chance? A lot of NZXT parts in here. The NZXT cooler seems to be more expensive than what I would imagine it being paired with these builds, or the rest of the parts. Like, I would not personally use the NZXT AIO unless it was a more, like a higher end, more premium build, just because they cost a lot more than their, like, the counterparts. Wait, Doback, you got a 4090 and a 4080? What are you doing with all these cards? I guess you did show us the room, your setup before, so. You took off the front for airflow? Okay, here's what you do. Dwarven Panda. You run a stress test with your system, whether it be leaving it at like some game on, or even running synthetic benchmarks like Cinebench and Furmark or whatever. Load up your computer, both the CPU and GPU, and monitor the temperature with and without that front panel. I honestly don't think it's gonna be that big of a difference to matter. I mean, if anything, it might be 1 to 2 degrees, but I think it looks a little funny without that front cover on, because you see just like the openness that Corsair doesn't want you to see with the cover off. Okay, but we got... Oh, so it was a shag rug. I should just... Ooh, Dragon Ball Z poster on the side. But alright, here's the other angle from the room. So you do have hard flooring, so that does look like a shaggy, very plush carpet. You got your Nano Leafs on the wall here. Man, is this... You got some pretty clean cable management running perfectly vertically to everything. Very nice. And then, yep, the IKEA desk, of course, with the Alex drawer units. Yeah, this is a very clean white setup here. Is this the IKEA gaming chair? I was just at IKEA this past weekend, and this looks like the chair that they had there, the mesh chair. Oh, okay. This is, it was on Amazon. Gotcha. Yeah, a lot of the mesh chairs look very similar to each other. But you do have your whole place set up, or like a lot of your setup has, like wires running for all the LED lights. And you did it in a very clean way, I think. So, good job on that. Yeah, this is very nice and clean. And then you have another, like, drawer for clothing here. So, very nice, very nice. I mean, there's nothing to really bash about this setup. It's very clean and cozy. for it looks like you're somewhat limited on space, because I know these desks aren't that wide, and you're already almost hitting both sides of the room, so yeah. Patrick McGovern noticed the recessed lighting. Yep, there it is. So he's noticing all the other non-PC related things as well. Complementing the room. It is very sleek, very cozy looking setup. Okay, what do we got next? All right, here is the, oh, we got two more. We got this one, and then we'll do, I'm going to open all these up, and these are going to be the last three. And then I really got to go, because we're pushing almost, we're 2.5 hours in the stream. All right, hardline tube for the first time. So you got your setup on the wall. Okay, so hardline tube for the first time. Very nice. Looking at some of these bends, I'm going to ask you this question. Because as someone who also recently did their first hardline tubing, I know how difficult it is. And I know what are some of the tips and tricks to get some of the bends in there. But here's the setup. We got Harley Quinn. Let's see. Very clean. Oh my god. Is this that 49-inch super mega ultra wide monitor? This is like one of those super ridiculous super ultra wide, right? Okay. Very clean setup for the most part. Oh, do you mind if we read this note? You left a note on here. That's funny because I do the same exact thing for my wife too. Here, I'll show you guys too. I appreciate stuff like this because like there's my note from my wife up there. She randomly writes me notes sometimes, and I just tape it to. Sometimes I put it down there just like you do, or like I put this one up there. But I think that's very adorable. Whoever wrote the note, it might be your significant other, it might be your mom, whoever. So. That's gonna be a much heart emojis in the chat. Yes, it was folded. Mine was folded into a paper airplane, and she threw it down the stairs at me. So, okay, so now let's take a look at this. My question to you for your hardline tubes: did you mean for these bends to run at these specific angles? Or did you start bending and then you eventually found that you had to just get whatever angle you could to get from like this point to this point? Because the diagonal angles are kind of a way to cheat. Because you can rotate this tube as much as you want until you get to that point and then get the fitting on. It is really hard to do 90-degree bends only on hardline tubes. These angled bends help so much. So it looks like some of them might be imperfect. Yeah, this is interesting. This one looks like it's running up and then back into the build. Like this one's running out of the page quite a bit. Did what I could for now, was not really worried to. Okay, you're gonna add a cooler to your GPU as well, the one that you painted. So let's take a look at that. Actually, here it is. Okay, so here is the spray painted white. We're gonna go under the microscope for this. We're gonna go in really close. The thing about spray paint too is that you have to be really careful because you might ding it and like chip the paint off. But if we take a look at this spray paint up close, I guess the one thing about white is it's more prone to dirt marks. This has nothing to do with your spray painting quality, but in terms of you having white in your system is more prone to getting dirt or dust or like, you know, whatever, like marks on it. And then if you spray paint it though, you have to be more careful when you wipe it down. You can't apply as much force or pressure, otherwise you might scuff the paint / chip it. So that's one of the other reasons why I personally wouldn't want to spray paint. But your paint job actually looks really nice. Let me see this. I mean, there's not... I wouldn't say it's imperfections. It just looks like, you know, just over time it gets dirty from just being naturally white. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is... You did a clean job spray painting. Like, stuff down here, it's hard to say if that was... Oh, wait. These 3080s, they're textured, aren't they? Along this edge. So, that's probably just the texture from it once you spray painted it. Yeah. But, I mean, you get more than 3 to 4 feet away, you can't even tell the difference. Like, if you zoom out, it looks like a very clean white card, actually. But, yeah. Yeah, the concept of the build on a wall, open aired, like, or kind of like an open test bench, it's pretty cool. Alright, we got Jay with their build, and then we're gonna end the stream, which, holy crap, we've been going for 2.5 hours now. And now talk about Black Friday stream. So here's your MSI Ventus 3x OC. Okay, so we got Jay. I got, like, this is the reason why I need so much. I have, honestly, like 50 Chrome tabs open right now, and this is just in the incognito window. Alright. 9900K, 32 gigabytes of RAM, MSI 3070 Ventus, painted white. Another white painted. Oh, we've seen this setup before from Jay. I recognize it. But alright. Here's the card, which oh, okay, I can actually zoom in. We got the Christmas theme going on for the holidays. You got the screen in the back. This is, okay, let me see if I can get to the other picture with the white painted card. This one looks like it was painted pretty cleanly too. The only thing is, was the other one, was the fan? Yeah, this one looks like the fans was painted. This one, the fans wasn't painted. I would think painting fans is a huge pain because you, first of all, have to get them off of, like, the hubs. And then you have to get both sides of it. And then you have to be careful not to get paint in the bearing or where the axle and bearing would go. So, yeah. You did a light coat on the fans? Okay. Yeah, you either have to do a really good job taping it off to make sure paint doesn't get where it's not supposed to and ruin, like, basically its ability to spin smoothly, or just disassemble it completely. But yeah, we have 2 examples of white spray painted cards. I don't know if I've been swayed though to try to spray paint for white builds in general. Yeah, you had to disassemble it? Okay, got it. Yeah. I would be wary about spray painting the fans too. If you don't get even coats on it, could it throw off the balance? Would that matter? Okay. So, I think I'm gonna stream on Black Friday just because I want to wake up and just look at deals in general. So why not do it with the company of other people as well, and people can, you know, share their excitement of the deals that they are picking up. But yeah, on Black Friday, I think I'll do a 9 a.m. PST, so that's 12 p.m. Eastern time, and then you gotta calculate it for if you're anywhere else in the world. Yeah, so Black Friday stream, I'm gonna be looking for a TV personally, and then maybe picking up any other hardware that is a good deal for future builds. But in terms of deals going on right now, I would say that the deal that I would be most excited about or to share is that 6650 XT that we looked at earlier on in stream. Everything else isn't that crazy good of a deal. Like RAM for $40, we've been seeing $45 RAM for like the last months, right? So $5 extra, it is the cheapest RAM has been, but not by much. The 6650 XT deal with the gaming bundle, with the all that stacked up, that's such a good deal. Oh, LG2B2 OLED. I think. Sorry, I missed your comments earlier, Chris, about it. I saw it, but I didn't know what you were talking about for B2. All right, so what is this? How much do these cost? Is my question. 55-inch for $1,000. Yeah, I mean, this is still 3 to 5 or 2 to 3 times the cost of a non-OLED though. For this same price, you can get non-OLED and get up to like 75 to 80 inches, I think. And for the living room, I think size for me is more important than OLED. Oh, sorry, I need to bring it up here. Yeah, so we're talking about the LG B2. Yeah, for 55-inch, for $1,000, that size to price. I'm sorry, like when it comes to like parameters or like, if I were to rank the different feature sets, size for me is probably going to be at the top, for a living room TV. What is this? Is this 120 hertz? Honestly, 120 hertz. I think those TCL TVs are also 120 hertz. Mine upstairs is 120 hertz, and it was dirt cheap. So higher refresh rates are pretty common in budget TVs nowadays. It's not that much of a selling feature anymore. No, like I think the TCLs that we looked at earlier, I'm pretty sure the class 4s and class 6s are higher refresh rate. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. TCL 50. No, we'll look at like 65-inch. So here's a class 5, 64-inch. Okay, yeah. What is the refresh rate? This one's 60 hertz. Oh, this is 60 hertz too. Most TCL are liars. They say, okay, yeah, with the smoothing. Yeah, so it looks like most of these are with that smoothing technology. But honestly, is there a happy medium where it's non-OLED but still has high refresh rate and the size? For $1,000, you can buy an 86-inch TV. Well, then it's just gonna get too big at that point. Buying an 86-inch TV, I've mentioned it before, I would just worry about it being damaged in transportation and then having to go to return it. Yeah, it depends on what your setup is. We have quite a bit of space in the living room. And our kitchen and living room is set up so that you could see from the kitchen table and from even the kitchen island, or the peninsula rather, you can see the TV. So size is definitely like will be put to good use there. But if you're doing like a personal office above your computer or like in a smaller room, definitely like a 55-inch works. Like in our bedroom, we do have a 55-inch Changhong TV, which is even super more budget brand, but yeah. Joey Vaughn asked a question, and we're basically on the part of the stream now where we're just chilling for a bit because we're about to hit 3 hours. I hope Melissa is still napping and not sitting upstairs grumpy because she's hangry. Alright, Joey Vaughn says, I got that 6650 XT for my nephew. He got ripped off by Build Redux. Really? Oh, paid $1,800? Whoa, 1,800 for a 1650 PC? That doesn't sound right. I've already put 500 into his system to upgrade. 1,800? Even at the peak bad pricing, it should not have been that much. Something went wrong there for Build Redux to actually charge 1,800 for a system with the 1650 in there. But you got a 6650 XT, which is a huge upgrade from that. Okay. Papa Bones just got home. Oh, man. You're catching the tail on the stream. Just got home. Need help, please. 5600X, 6600XT, or 12600K 3060 for 1080p 165 hertz. This is a strange question. Yeah, build redux for the most part is pretty good. That something sounds like it's off. That is not a typical build redux like build price. I know they do upcharge for their labor and stuff, but 1800 for 1650, something went wrong there, I think. That shouldn't have ever been a configuration on their website, unless it's got like a, you know, yeah, like a crazy storage and CPU and stuff like that. But all right, let's talk about Papa Bones real quick. Would you go with the 5600X 66? See, the question shouldn't be 3060 versus a 6600 XT, because as we just saw, a 6650 XT costs way like almost $100 less than a 3060. So if you wanted to, you could pair the 12600K with the 6650 XT for 1080p 165 hertz. You're gonna get more raw performance rasterization if you're trying to push higher frame rates. In most games, the 6650 or 6600 XT is going to get you there more so than the 3060. No ray tracing, of course. Between the two processors, this 5600X costs less than the 12600K. Isn't the 12600K still like 240 to 250? It's 12600K is gonna have better performance, but that's not the value play. So yeah, looking to use SAM with it. If you're gonna try to use SAM, yeah, I think looking at these two combos down here, you're gonna be. You'll be able to push at 1080p. What games are you playing? Regardless, the 3060 is not going to get you into a better FPS than the 6600 XT. So that already answers that question. But in terms of down the line, future-proofing, not being a CPU bottleneck, what games are you going to be playing? You're not going to hit 165 hertz on every game. You're going to hit it in Valorant, LoL, stuff like that. You're not hitting it in like Assassin's Creed, Cyberpunk. Even in racing games, Forza, you're not going to be hitting 165 even at 1080. Those games are just demanding, and a combo like this won't get you there. Isn't 12600K a better upgrade path since AM4 is basically done, pretty much done? Well, 13th gen is not like leaps and bounds ahead of 12th gen. So going with the 12600K, you're only going to have this current generation that just came out for upgrading anyway. So it's technically going to be considered dead soon. Yeah, so in terms of for Papa, I would say go for that 6650 XT we looked at. And then I would go, in terms of like the value play, I would go with the 5600X. And then you also can do the smart access memory thing too. So Shauner says never buy Intel with the main thought in your head being upgrade path, because for the last how many generations they've only kept the same socket type for 2 gens before changing. Yeah, you always get their tick and talk, and then boom, afterwards you're onto a new pin count. So with AMD, you could go all the way up to like a 5800X3D or any potential chips that they may release for AM4 down the line. Which they said, didn't they say they're still going to be releasing other AM4 processors even though AM5's out? So there's still some potential to get stuff that will be released down the line. Yeah, ever since Sandy Bridge, I guess, well, what was before that? Like the first, like i5s and i7s, It's only been 2. You get 2 gens per socket. Exactly. What's pop-up playing? Just look for 80, low 65. Dragonflight. Oh, you're playing WoW. Wait, you're playing Dragonflight and then Star Wars: The Old Republic. So you're playing MMORPGs. Uh-oh, I think I hear Melissa yelling for me upstairs. So yeah, you should be good on either setups, but I would probably go 5600X and 6650XT. All right. We're about to get the hangry wife in a moment here. What is for supper? I think that's why she's gonna be very angry. I was supposed to marinate some chicken and test out making Instapot chicken drumsticks, but I didn't do that. So we're gonna have to figure out something out for dinner. But yeah, okay. Black Friday stream in 2 days, 9 a.m. PST. Hopefully I don't wake up late for that, because that would be very embarrassing. But if you guys can make it, it'll be a fun time. We're just gonna hang out and stuff, you know, Black Friday shopping, browsing. If you can't make it, then that's all good. I'll see you next week. But I want to wish everyone who is celebrating Thanksgiving tomorrow happy and safe Thanksgiving. If you're on the road, please be mindful of, you know, any like drunk drivers and traffic, stuff like that. Make it home in one piece. Eat all the stuffing and turkey or whatever the heck you're eating at your Thanksgiving. Have a good time. Be surrounded by friends and loved ones. And then, yeah, I will see you on Friday for the early morning stream. This is going to be interesting. I wonder what the attendance rate is going to be for that, since it's not a typical stream time. Have a great rest of your evening, though, and I'll see you in a couple of days for those coming to Black Friday stream. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.